Okay, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now right. There's the screen. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Brewer. The three ball. Drills it from deep.
And Brewer has no shame or shyness when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc. And he gets the shot off quickly from there, too.
Takes a step back. Here's Fareed. 5 to shoot. Here's Warwick. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Brewer. Can't hit from in close.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Coulibaly. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders. And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. They set the screen. Down low. Here's Chamberlain. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
To the wing, right side. Here's Fareed. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Warwick. He's guarded by Beasley. The three. And Brewer pulls it down. Beasley outside. Drives to the hoop. Here's Chamberlain. Right with the ball. It's Beasley on the wing.
2 minutes remaining.
Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Abdur Rahim. Now here's Beasley. Inside. It's 2-on-1. Here's Warwick. No good from outside. 1:36 left in the first quarter. To the inside. Here's Abdul-Rahim.
Cannot afford to give Abdul-Rahim prime-time real estate inside because he's dunking it on top of your head if you do.
Outside Wembanyama. They set the pick. Uses the glass on the layup. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Here he goes.
And Brewer, remarkably quick, a speedy player who can get to the rack easily.
Right on the right side. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Wright. No made baskets yet. Here's Chamberlain. And he dunks it down.
Cutting hard to the bucket, leaving the defense in the dust.
Pass to Fareed. And stolen by Beasley. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Beasley for 3. Offensive rebound. Abdul-Rahim. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. They lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
The 3 is up. Just 5 to shoot. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Beasley outside to the middle. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Right outside. Takes it inside. Nails the baby hook.
Boy, a nice drive that time from Wright. The defense didn't have a chance to counter.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. Launches it. Here's Coulibaly. Second chance shot. Here's Fareed. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Now Wright. Gets the 3 ball to go. Wright's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
Right outside. Here's Fareed. 3-pointer. Here's Warwick. Back to Wright. There's the triple. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Pass to Chamberlain. There's the screen. Here's Brewer. Koulibaly defending. Here's Brewer. He's got 5. And here's Wright. Hounded by Wright. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Warwick. Wembanyama with it. Here's Fareed. Lets the 3 fly. Right with the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Fast break. Here we go. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Beasley outside to the paint. A minute 29 left in the first half of this one. No good on the 3. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Offensive board. Wembanyama with a bucket. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
Driving inside.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
Here's Wright. The shake. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. And there's the screen. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Boy, that's really good work inside. I mean, once he saw the mismatch, he took it right to the rim.
Beasley for 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Here's Wright. And it's blocked.
Hey, the terrific instinct and timing that Fareed has, coupled with his reach, that lets him block a lot of shots.
Koulibaly. Second shot opportunity. Snatched up. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Brewer. Right wing. Here's Ellison. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far.
Love to see Chalmers attacking the basket and keeping the pressure on the defense.
Pass to Koulibaly. Let's go with a 3. Here's Fareed. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. From distance.
3 points.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Mobo. Pass to Brewer. Here's Chalmers. Koulibaly defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Chalmers missing.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Now Reddish. To the middle. Here's Fareed. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
One of the things Fareed does best, throwing it down. He's an impressive athlete with great power, too.
Outside Reddish. They set the pick. Pass to Brewer. The steal. Outside Koulibaly. misses the dunk. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Team foul.
Here's Brewer. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
The pump fake's a risk because you're exposing the ball. You have to be careful because a solid defender will easily steal it. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Koulibaly. Knocks down the long J.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pass to Mobo. To end the run. Outside Reddish. Shot clock at 5. Nails the wide open jumper.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Here's Fareed. Fires in the triple. Fareed's got 8 points in the quarter.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. .156 left in the third quarter. And that one's good.
Chalmers kept his eyes on the rim, playing with confidence.
And Reddish, here we go. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Brewer can't hit. Here's Fareed. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Ellison. And there's a pick. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's Brewer. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Fareed. Outside Koulibaly. Pass to Fareed. 4 on the clock. Inside. Here's Ellison. Ellison grabs the board.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's Brewer. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts up a 3. Drains the triple. Brewer's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Ellison. Shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Here's Brewer. From the arc. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Up 9. And we'll be back right after this.
The away team, 39.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's the pick. Pass to Chamberlain. Now here's Beasley. There's the 3. Counted from distance.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And here's Wembanyama. to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, forcing his way to the line. Wemby, such a long dude.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Pass to right. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
Here's Fareed. From deep. Outside for Wembanyama. Driving in. Gliding to the rim. Victor Wembanyama.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Beasley outside. Down low. Tries a 10-footer. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Wembanyama so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Here's Brewer. Off target from outside. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Fareed. He takes it in. Right outside. Just 5 on the clock. Wembanyama, high post. It's tipped.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
Kenneth Fareed.
And here's Wright. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Brewer. Beyond the arc. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. And stolen by Beasley. Jacks up a three. Shot is good by Brewer.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Oh, nice shot by Warwick.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Fareed. To the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's Warwick. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Pass to Chamberlain. And here's Beasley. To the paint. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Assisted.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here's Warwick. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the three. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
It's Beasley on the wing. Inside. To the middle. Here's Chamberlain. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Beasley for three. Pass to Brewer. Here's Fareed. Out to the right wing. Here's the three. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Right outside. Driving to the basket. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Five ticks left in the fourth. From downtown, nails it. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment.
Here we go.
Right with it. Down low. Here's Chamberlain, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Warwick. Pass to Wembanyama. The kick out to Wright. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wembanyama. Launches it. Drops in the tray.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Now here's Brewer. Beasley outside. From downtown. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Wright. Back to Wembanyama. The three-pointer off the mark. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. High post Chamberlain. Poked away and stolen by Wright. Jumps up and the dunk by Wright.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
And they pick up 2.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Warwick. Wembanyama outside. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Beasley with out guarded by Wembanyama. And it's in there.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Here's Wembanyama. And the 3 off target.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Back to Chamberlain. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Warwick gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Beasley. Puts up a deep 3. Mobo with the rebound. Here's Warwick. Pass to Mobo. Driving in. He gets that one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Right for 3. Now Beasley. Back to Chamberlain. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Chamberlain got 8.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Here's Wembanyama for the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. He has 6.
3 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Beasley into the lane. Pass to Abdul Rahim. There's the killer two-handed slam.
He just powered that one.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Mobo. The kick out to right. Wembanyama, a screen. Takes it inside. 5 on the clock. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Right outside. Pass to Warwick. Back to right. Over right. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game.
Your home team.
They lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Buries the long-range jumper. Wembanyama's got 9.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Brewer, good.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And that one's good. Wright's got 4 this quarter.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Here's Abdul-Rahim. Pass to Beasley. Lock at 6. They set the pick. There's the triple. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the court. His impact is amazing.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Right outside. Wembanyama outside. Beyond the arc. Beasley with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lets it go with the 3. They get it back. Pass to Chamberlain. Beasley with it. Chamberlain a screen. From deep. And Michael Beasley good for 3. Beasley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Right for 3. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
To the paint. Here's Chamberlain.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Right outside. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Picked off in midair.
Home team foul.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Here's Mobo. .141 left in the first half of basketball. And he's good on the 3 ball. Warwick's got 5 points so far.
And it's been an exciting game. Both teams really fighting this one out.
Pass to Beasley. Back to right. 5 to shoot. Chamberlain a screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He has 5.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And Wembanyama puts up a deep 3. Warren. And he commits the intentional foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Second team foul.
Free throw good. Warren.
For the away team, Hakeem Warren.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
On the court.
50 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. To the inside. It's tipped. Now Chalmers. Here's Fareed. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Fareed's got his first basket. Fareed looking for an opening. Drills it from outside.
You really like to see Fareed making the shot and expanding his range just a little bit.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the pick. Reddish. Pass to Ellison. Now Brewer. There's the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
3.
Brewer's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now Coulibaly. Covered by Brewer. Inside. Brewer with the steal.
Timeout, timeout.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Fareed. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here.
The visiting
Up
team.
by 4.
33.
And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
To the middle. Here's Ellison. Ellison with the rebound. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
First personal foul.
The free throw drops for Chalmers. And here is Brewer. Bucket is good. Brewer's got 5 now.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration. Here's Black. Nothing on the board. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I'll tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Here's Chalmers. Over in the corner, Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Reddish getting up there and getting explosive.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Ellison. Coulibaly with it. Inside. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Brent Coulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
off target with his three. Pass to Ellison. Chalmers outside. And Chalmers slams it in.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
And they get it back. Screen by Fareed. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Koulibaly. Goes back up. Misses the layup. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Hits the three-point bomb. Reddish has got 5 now.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Here's Ellison.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
The kick out to Fareed. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So both teams changing it up here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
A wide open look here for Wright. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes at dawn. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Fareed outside. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
It is so hard to contain Fareed when he's wreaking havoc with his activity. You cannot put a cage around the man.
Beasley outside. Cans it from downtown. He's got 9.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Wembanyama, a screen. And it's Wright missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Fires from deep. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
DeLon Wright. 2 shots.
And so Wright nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor.
34 seconds left in the third quarter.
Mario Chalmers.
Back to Chamberlain. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Will keeps finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
43.
They lead by... by 13.
56.
And coming up is... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Now here's Wright to the left side wing. Brewer with the ball. Over Chalmers. Mobo with the rebound. Now Chalmers. Pass to Wembanyama. Takes a three. Not that time. His sixth miss. He's made 4 of 10 so far. Down low. Here's Chamberlain. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Coulibaly with it. Over Brewer. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Coulibaly's got his first 2 points.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Beasley for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's Warwick. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Warwick. Clock at 4. There's a screen. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Chalmers. And the ball goes out of bounds. The last touch by Chalmers.
Substitution on the court.
Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Jacks up a 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Here's Wright. The kick out to Fareed. Pass to Coulibaly. And that one, good.
Assist goes to.
And the home team has possession. For 3, Beasley. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Your home team.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Right, left side. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. They got a chance to cut the deficit to within 10. And Wright, here we go. And Wright throws it down hard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Right.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And Beasley, here we go. Can't connect from short range. Here's Coulibaly. Pass to Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Nifty move.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Well, as soon as Fareed gets the ball there, you know he's going to rise up for the dunk. He is constantly looking to throw it down.
Launches a 3. Coulibaly, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
1:14 left to the fourth quarter.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
Home team.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 21.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Warwick. That's tipped. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And the dunk by Wright.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
For three, Beasley gets it to go from beyond the arc. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And right, here we go. They set the pick. Pass to Koulibaly. Just 5 on the clock. Wembanyama, that's for 2. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And so it's a victory for the... On 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories.
Here we go.
Fareed looking for an opening. Outside for Wembanyama. Right outside. Wembanyama, a screen. And it's right missing. And so here's Albuquerque. Here's Wembanyama. Banchero outside. Launches it. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And how about the confidence from that corner spot? Banchero is special.
Here's Wright. Fareed outside. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Warwick. 5 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Here's Abdur-Rahim. Wembanyama with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Abdur-Rahim.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Wembanyama high post. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
To the right side. And he goes in for the dunk.
And for his position, Banchero, great vision and willingness to make the extra pass.
Here's Warwick. Here's Coulibaly. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Warwick.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there. Always looking to get teammates involved.
And now the first timeout called here for Albuquerque. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Right, looking around. Pass to Kamare. To the inside. Wembanyama. And that time, also a missed shot. Right down low. Outside for Wembanyama. To right, from downtown, that's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wright's got 5 now.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Good on the three-point shot. He's got 11.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
That one is off.
The line for your home team. Delon Wright. Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Banchero with the ball. Pass to Kamare. Out to the wing. Banchero with the screen. Jacks up a 3. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Up by 12. The second quarter coming up right after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Everywhere on the floor, Wembanyama is a walking mismatch.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has, becoming an elite competitor people fear almost instantly.
The kick out to Fareed. Drains the three-pointer. Fareed's got 5.
We love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Kamare. Banchero with the ball. Now right defending. 6 on the shot clock. Blocked again. Wembanyama, a screen. And the dunk by Wright.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Three-pointer right. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Warwick. Wembanyama, a screen. Warwick, no luck. Albuquerque trails by 15. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball. Here's Kamare. Cans it from downtown. Kamare's got 5 points so far.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Reddish. Chalmers outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mobo. Takes the 3. Chalmers' shot is no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Stolen by Chalmers. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Ellison
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
for 3. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got his first bucket in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Whitmore. And it's blocked. And they're pushing it up. Powered down as the whistle blows. A three-point play chance.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Mobo. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Takes it from 10. Uses the glass to drop it in. Chalmers has got 4 this quarter. Richardson for 3. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
.44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Brewer. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. There's the screen. Now Whitmore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ellison. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
It's good.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jumper.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And we finished one half of basketball. Up by 10. And we'll be back right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Albuquerque trails by 10. And here's Richardson outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3 points.
Richardson's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Albuquerque. Takes it inside. Here's Ellison. Pass to Brewer. Fires for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brewer's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Richardson outside. To the middle. Here's Mobo. Reddish grabs the rebound. They set the pick. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Brewer. Back to Chalmers. Right wing. Clock at 4. Reddish's shot is good.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Albuquerque trails by 12. And here's Richardson outside. The shot misses. 90 seconds now into the second half. Over in the corner, Chalmers. No good on the triple.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Koulibaly with it. Nothing on the board. Here's Whitmore. Albuquerque again can't hit it. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Ellison. Shoots. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Knocks down the three ball. Chalmers has got 9.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Richardson outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Whitmore. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Here's Brewer. Drops in the tray off the fast break. 6 points for him.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Ellison. Guarded by Reddish. It's stolen by Reddish. Chalmers outside. There's the 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. Albuquerque trails by 21. Here's Wright with the drive. Kicks it out to Banchero to stop the run. A three-pointer is right on target.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Spins. Pass to Warwick. It's stolen by Banchero.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Here's Abdul Rahim. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Wembanyama. Now here's Fareed, the fast break opportunity. And he gets the bucket. Fareed's got 7 points.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution. Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot up.
Pass to Koulibaly. The 3. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into...
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish. And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
A wide open look here for Wright. Connects from three-point range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Wright. He's got 11. Driving in, and it's Wright sending it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. Here's Warwick. He drops in the tray. 7 points in the game. Banchero outside. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Delivering the blow. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And the home team has possession. Here's Wright. The kick out to Fareed. Wembanyama, a screen. Fareed goes in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And it's Banchero missing. And stolen by Wright. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Here's Warwick, and Warwick with the stop.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely, they're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Banchero. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his 2nd year, and on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Here's Kamare. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. 3-pointer Wright. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Here's Brewer. He trains the quick shot.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And Wembanyama gets it to go. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
The offensive rebound. That's tipped. Pass to Kamare. Banchero with the screen. Misses the 3. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
On the wing, Brewer, from outside the arc, sinks the triple. Brewer's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The three from Chalmers. Here's Wembanyama. Fires the three. Brewer's shot is off.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Got that one up quick.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Here's Chalmers. Pass to Warwick. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. In for Albuquerque.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Fareed with a clean look. Banchero grabs the board. Pushing it up. Here's Abdul Rahim. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference.
Coming off the floor for your home team, number 55, Delon Wright.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Over to the left wing. Here's Fareed. It's good from long range.
And he is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Knocked loose. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. All alone. And he makes that one. Here's Warwick. Wembanyama, a screen. Warwick, no luck. Here's Banchero. Good on the triple.
And that's a huge shot there. The three-pointer and the foul. Not the kind of defensive play they were hoping for.
Albuquerque foul call. Josh Richardson. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Free throw drops for Wright.
At the line from your home team, Delon Wright.
And so Wright nails both of them. And so the home crowd treated to a win. They won this game. 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Wright. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Here's Wright. Pass to Koulibaly. Six on the shot clock. Fareed outside. Buries it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's Wright with the ball for Albuquerque. It's a three-point game. Pass to Wembanyama. The three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Second team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Koulibaly. Takes the three. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Koulibaly's got 5 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Wright trying to break free. And that one's good. Wembanyama.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
Pass to Warwick. Three-pointer. He shoots again. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Kamare. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Koulibaly. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's Banchero. The kick out to Wright. Wembanyama, right side. Clock at 4. Fires from deep. And Wright pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Albuquerque trails by 4. There's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kamare's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Albuquerque. Here's Wright. Wembanyama outside. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Pass to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Fareed, right side. Crafty move. Rebound by Albuquerque. Kicks it out to Banchero. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Goes up from the top of the key. Wembanyama with the rebound. Right outside. Wembanyama outside. Over right. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game.
14.
They're up by one. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. And so Wright nails both of them.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Back to Banchero. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. And Banchero and the foul.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Tries to keep it alive. A wide open look here for Wright. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Coach, only two players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Abdul-Rahim can't hit. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Wembanyama using those long strides in transition.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And so Wright nails both of them. Here's Brewer. Nice move. And he banks in the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And now the first timeout called here for Albuquerque. Albuquerque trails by 5. Pass to Ellison. to Richardson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Mario Chalmers picks one up. Albuquerque shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Richardson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Chalmers with it. Takes it inside, and he lays it straight in. Chalmers has got his first basket.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Koulibaly, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Richardson outside. This one for 3. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Chalmers' shot is no good. Poked away. To the inside. Brewer. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. It's stolen by Reddish. Pass to Brewer. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Ellison. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Koulibaly. Whitmore with it, covered by Brewer. They set the pick. Back to Koulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good, Whitmore. Whitmore's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Brewer shakes him, and the layup is good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Releases. That one doesn't drop. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Tipped away. And stolen by Whitmore. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For Albuquerque, they look good at the line, and they're perfect in 4 attempts. Here's Whitmore. And the last second. Attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A 3-pointer is right on target.
3 points.
Brewers got 11 points.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Pass to Richardson. Lock at 6. There's a screen. Pulls up. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 5. Now, here's Chalmers. 6 points for him. Here is Brewer. Nifty move. It's tipped. They retain possession. Here's Reddish. Chalmers outside. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lets it go with the 3. Mobo with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like it break for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Whitmore. Can't get it to fall. Here's Brewer. Off target with his 3. Albuquerque trails by 4. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Here's Mobo.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Pass to Brewer. Beyond the arc. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
There's the pick. Down low. Back to Whitmore. Here's Richardson. Defended by Chalmers. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 8.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Here's Chalmers. They double him with Whitmore. Chalmers outside. Pass to Brewer. Off target from 3-point range. Albuquerque trails by 3. Here's Mobo. Richardson outside. Now Whitmore. He's got 5. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off it. On the wing, Brewer. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. And here's Chalmers for 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Here's Whitmore. Pass to Ellison. Whitmore with it. Shoots. Ellison with the rebound. And stolen by Whitmore. Pass to Mobo. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Richardson. Shot clock at 6. For the tie. Good on the triple. Richardson's got the game tied up here for Albuquerque.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Brewer hits it from 3-point range. Brewer's got 17. 5 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Coulibaly. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Leading by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Albuquerque trails by 3. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Poke loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. Here's Kamare. Outside for Wembanyama. That shot missing. And here is Wright. Fareed outside.
Albuquerque foul call. Sharif Abdur-Rahim. First personal foul. First team foul.
A wide open look here for Wright. Buries the long-range jumper.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
It's right on the wing. Pass to Warwick. Into the lane. And Warwick with the stuff.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Ben Carroll. Trains the three-pointer.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. They get the rebound. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. And that one drops for him.
And you know what makes Abdul-Rahim so hard to handle in that low post is the number of moves he has. It's just a matter of which one is he going to use.
Wright outside. And finished off by Wright.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's Kamare. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Here's Wright. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Coulibaly. 4 on the clock. Connects from three-point range.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Lets it go from deep. And the basket by Kamare.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a three with one of their own.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Wembanyama down low. No good. Albuquerque trails by 3. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. We've got 1:48 left here in the 4th quarter. Fareed outside. Pass to Coulibaly. And it's blocked. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. 3 on the clock. Here's Fareed. Here's Kamare. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Pass to Warwick. Wembanyama with it. Defended by Wembanyama. Rejected by Van.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
59 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Wright. He takes it in. Got it. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
How about the ball hockey? Defensively, moving their feet, anticipating, and then also coming up with steal.
Warren. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Pass to Wright. Money!
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And this is important for Wembanyama's development, wanting to step up and be a leader.
9 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Warren. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see here?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
They get a hand on it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game with not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
And so Albuquerque takes the win.